Indexing with a positive value is very common in programming languages. Python has what we call a negative indexing, and this means that the index value itself can be a negative number. Let's define a list with values from 0 to 6, and let's use indices same as values to make it more sense for you. Let's here assign a value of length to the length of the list, which is 7 here. You can print something like my list of length minus 1, which is 6. This is the last number. Length minus 2, this is 5, the second last number. Now, the negative indexing is as simple as you can drop this length to get the direct index here to avoid this useless style. So if you wrote here my list of minus 1, it will be the first element from the end, very similar to that length minus 1. The list of minus 2, it will be the second element from the end. Notice here, this isn't like a 0 based style. This is more of like a 1 based style. So minus 1 is the first, minus 2 is the second, but from the back. To get a sense of where is the corresponding positive index exactly, just add the length here. For example, 7 plus minus 1 is 6, 7 minus 2 is 5, 7 minus 3 is 4, 7 minus 4 is 3, and so on. In a very similar way, let's say we would like to bob something. You can say write .bob minus 1, which will remove the last element. Bob minus 1, it will remove another last element. So as you see, the negative indexing sometimes is very beautiful, much more than this notation. So the whole idea, instead of using length minus 1, we can use minus 1 directly. Slicing can work in a very normal way with indexing. So slicing with indexing, if you would like to slice 3 to 7, it just slice here 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 3 in terms of a negative indexing? It is minus 6. What is 7 in terms of minus indexing? Minus 7 is 7 is minus 2. So if you wrote in slicing from minus 6 to minus 2, it will give the same value. Minus 6 to 7, 3 to minus 2, all of them will give the same value. So the moral of that is you can just think of what is the corresponding index. We typically don't slice in this way unless there is a reason. Like when we wrote bob of minus 1, it was very, very useful for us. Observe, minus 6 is less than minus 2, so the indexing here should return something for you. If you use something like minus 2 to minus 6, then this is same as 7 to 3, which is an empty list. In a similar way, we can use the slicing with indexing with a negative step. So here 181 is providing us with this list. If you wrote something like minus 2, minus 8, minus 2, 1. What is minus 8? Minus 8 is 1. What is minus 2? Minus 2 is 7. So this is like 1 to 7, which is here excluding the 6. We can again provide a negative step. So the moral of that is, when you see the first two indices, any of them has a negative value, just add the length to it so that you know what is the positive corresponding index of that. That's all, nothing more. As you see, it doesn't make any sense to try to slice in this ways. Sometimes the negative indexing is used because it makes the code more beautiful or more understandable. That's all.